I think we are at a degree of a tipping point where, for the population, there's a broader recognition that this regime is coming to an end and will not return in the way that it has been in the past. That's a very important point in the operation. Militarily, however, we proceed on a plan that says that there's more to follow. All of the regime is not gone. There's still regime appendages in a variety of places. There's still capability. There's still also potentially the intent to use weapons of mass destruction. All of these hazards have not been eliminated completely from the battlefield. And so we certainly stand on the position, and we have said it before, that the regime is in disarray, the regime is losing control, the regime no longer has control over certain areas. The capital city now is one of those areas that's been added to the list of places that the regime has lost control. And we'll still focus on pockets inside of the capital city, but their efforts to maintain control, we believe, have come to an end at that location.
With some white circles on it. Are you telling us those are areas that you believe you actually control? Or
That there have been some forces deployed in and around the Tikrit area. Many of them have moved as we were having more and more success on the southwestern side of Baghdad and the southeastern side of Baghdad. There had been some repositionings to try to reinforce those initial defenses. The amount of force that remains in Tikrit, we are still making assessments of. We anticipate that any fighting that would occur there, if we happen to go to Tikrit, would be similar to what we've seen in other parts of the country. So a combination of conventional military forces, those that may be remaining at that point in time, irregular forces that may be involved with them, some loyal to the Ba'ath regime still, and other circumstances like we've seen before. I'm not going to predispose as to when we might go in that direction or what we would do. We certainly are focused on Tikrit, as I showed with the weapon system video, to prevent the regime from being able to use it as a place to command and control, to restore command and control, or to hide.
Day of looting in Baghdad, we'd seen it earlier in Basra. How are you prepared to deal with that, and does that pose?
But we're not finding hostile behavior from the population. We believe that the population recognizes that the end is near for this regime if it has not already occurred. And they certainly are supporting the actions of the coalition throughout.
Forces who are fighting in Iraq. Are you surprised by the number of Egyptians and others who have come into Iraq to fight against coalition